Okay, so that's the painting as it stands now. It has got a first layer of oil on, but what we're going to do is we're going to rewind, I'll show you exactly how I did the blocking in. It's a very simple process, but it sets the scene for getting those oils down. I'm also aware that I am wearing a hat indoors in 30-degree heat, but we're going to gloss over that. It's fine, it's fine. So let's get on with the lesson now. Just keep mixing that in, make sure it's nice and thoroughly mixed, and I'm just comparing it with the photograph, trying to get it fairly close. But as this is the blocking in stage, don't worry too much if it's not exact, because we'll go over this with oils. Just added a bit of ivory black into the mix. We're just gonna, actually not quite dark enough, and a bit of the brown in there. So for me, this is just about positioning. I'm not too worried about getting the colours too right or anything else. You know, you could take time over your blocking in if you really want to, and some people do. I mean, some people don't even bother with the blocking in stage, but for me, I just like to get rid of the white canvas, because, you know, it can be quite daunting starting off with a whole blank canvas. So I just like to get some colour in there, just to find positions of things. You know, we'll go over this with the oil paints, as I say, that, you know, to the point where you're not going to really see any of the underpainting anyway. I mean, different artists have different ways of painting, but I think what you should do, if you're sort of fairly new to this or you're an intermediate artist, then, you know, practice or try doing your paintings in a couple of different ways just to see what works. I mean, I have tried gridding out the page, you know, gridding out the photos and then transferring the grid to the canvas, but I found that quite a faff, really. So it's about finding processes that work for your style of painting, you know, whether you like to do things quickly or you've got more patience. For me, I don't have a great deal of patience just generally, so this kind of works for me, just scrubbing in bits and pieces just to get my positions and stuff. I mean, you'll look at it and you'll think, it doesn't look anything like the photo, and that's okay at this point. I'm not worried about that, because it's use of the oil paints that will bring this together. So I'm just gonna, we won't be doing too much on this. You'll see throughout my series when I do my blocking in underpaintings that there's not huge amounts of detail. It's just positioning, really, and so I'm covering that white canvas, because that's the bit I think for a lot of artists that can be the mental block part of, you know, is actually getting started. And once you do get started, then you're kind of okay and you're up and running. But that white canvas, that expansive white canvas, can be such a mental block, I think. So this is a really good way of just negating that and getting your painting started without too much worry. You know, you're not worrying too much about what you're doing and the colours you're putting in and all that kind of stuff. So just get some paint down on the canvas. Don't worry about it looking rough. Don't worry about what people say when they see the underpainting stage. You know, my paintings generally look pretty rough, like a small child has done it at this stage, which I'm absolutely fine with because I know how I'll progress with it. Like I say, it serves a purpose, and that's what you've got to think about, and not worry about what other people think of your work when it's a work in progress. You know, just worry about what you're aiming for at the end. That's the key. So just focus on kind of just getting started and not being too worried about what it looks like at this stage. It can be really fairly rough, really. And this sky bit, this is just a background bit because there's actually quite a lot of clouds that will go in over the top of this. So, you know, in the latter stages of this particular lesson on this particular painting, I'll show you how to do realistic clouds. So it should be a good lesson for that, and also how to vary get your saturation right for distance and foreground, and also how to paint reflections and the blending techniques that are required for painting believable reflections. So, you know, I've got a lot to kind of pass on, I think, in this particular lesson. So do stay with me to the end and follow through. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and then you can follow through on all these lessons. But for blocking in, I mean, literally, I think that's all we need to do. I say people worry too much about putting too much detail in, but at this stage, I'm just covering the canvas, making sure all that white paper's gone, and now we can start to establish the tonal values that we need for this painting in the oil paint. So please do join me for the next lesson, and I'll show you how we do that.